We're still clearing out a lot of stuff from my mom's Tasca. So now we're just waiting for people to just come over and collect everything, and then we'll just finish up the renovation.
Looks promising. You've got
Yes,
wooden floor outside.
it's actually tiles, wooden tiles.
Oh, okay.
It's not real wood, but we just want to make this as a deck where people can just chill.
And what are your other plans with this place?
It was actually a Tasca, but we're now gonna convert it into a homestay for international kids, about 3 of them. Yeah.
A homestay for international kids.
Yes. Going to put stones, and then over here it's just like the whole garden with grass and stuff like that.
You're designing all this yourself?
Yes, the whole place. So this whole area will be just the garden with my dad's herbs over here, and then the other side will be all the stones and decoration like potted plants and stuff like that.
I've really got to imagine it.
Yes. If it doesn't turn out well, you can help me.
Yeah, I'll help you with it. Tanya Chang is 22 and she's an ID graduate, but she's decided to do something very different from just the 9-to-5 job. And she's taken on this venture. Why? Let's find out.
I actually promised my parents that I'll do up this place because I told them to close down this Tasca. The business wasn't really good, so I told them just close this down. I'll take over and I'll just do up this place, design it, and then maybe do Airbnb and stuff like that. At first it was an Airbnb, but after talking to my fiancé, then we decided to do a homestay instead. For the homestay I will be doing is for international children from middle school, from high school. Then we will take care of them for about a few years till they graduate. This is the...
Wow, there's still a lot of things to be done.
Yes, we have to clear this place up, and then we're gonna clean this. The renovation wet works are actually almost done, so we just have to clear up everything. The reason why we chose homestay, the long-term one, is because from personal stories I heard from my fiancé and also international friends, where the homestay Malaysia only gives essential needs but not too much attention and interaction, and also a little bit of abuse. So when I heard that, I thought that doing a homestay with and providing kids with a good environment, it's very important.
You will be here taking care of them?
Yes, I'll be staying upstairs.
Wow.
I'll be taking care of them, fetching them to school, and then cooking for them for the time being. Yes, I'm serious in taking care of the kids. I know it's going to be a very, very big challenge, and it's going to be very high responsibility to send them to school, to cook for them, to take care of teenagers, and to we're a young couple.
Yeah.
And then I've never really I do house chores, but I'm not really good in house chores, so I would really need a big help from my future husband. I mean, my parents wanted to keep this raw.
Yeah.
And the budget-wise, it's hard for me to change everything. So some stuff are really old, but I still have to maintain it. So it's a challenge for me to see what I can remain and what I can change and refurbish.
This is all new, right? I presume,
Yeah,
the kitchen?
Building up the concrete kitchen, worktop.
Okay.
Yes.
So it looks like you've got most of your plans all thought out.
Yes, somehow.
How are you getting funding to start this business venture of yours?
So for the renovation, my parents wanted to do it in the beginning, so they're actually paying for the renovation right now. Plus furnitures and electronics and stuff like that, it'll be about 80 to 90K. Yes, for this whole thing. So we start off with that, and then when I get business, I will pay them rent every month. Yes.
Are they considered your shareholders or partners or things like that? Or this is purely your own venture and they are the loan sharks?
My ATMs? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
The fund will be to me first, but then in the future I'll just pay them back slowly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Why do you think that this will be a feasible business venture? Have you thought about how much money you're going to make, or how much it's going to cost in terms of running this whole center? What's the margin of returns on a monthly basis? Will it be enough to, support you and your husband?
Yeah, actually we calculated 3 homestay students. If I pay my parents' rent, and when I minus everything like food, transportation, utility fees and stuff like that, I can still earn about a few thousand per month. So that will just be a side allowance for me and my husband while I'm gonna do freelance as a designer. So from that will be my main job.
Yep.
But this will be a backup.
Like a backup.
Yes. So, and then my husband will be working for another company and stuff like that.
So this is not really something that you're going to go into full time.
For the time being, for a few months, for maybe like 5 to 6 months, I will do it full time. But if there's any projects I can handle on hand, which is like interior design projects that I don't mind taking in.
But it's not really a small investment, you know. Almost
Yes.
what, 90 to 100,000 just to get this thing set up.
Yes.
Is there a bigger plan in the future? Do you plan to have more of these places? Is it going to be your passion to take care of children or things like that?
If the system is stable, I will assign people to come in to do transportation and cooking while I'm going to work full time as a designer in the future. And if the homestay business is really good, my dad was suggesting to rent a place, another house, and then we can just continue having more homestay.
Well, a word of advice.
Yeah.
Businesses usually only succeed when you put your whole heart and soul into it. A lot of young entrepreneurs come out and they think they can do this, exactly like what you said. Maybe not in terms of a homestay, but they want to do business on a part-time while doing work full-time, and hopefully that the business will grow, which is a very good plan because it takes care of security, right? And you're able to take that kind of risk. But you have to be very clear what your vision for the business is, and be very clear about the timelines as well. It cannot be dependent on if the business does well. It's got to be when the business reaches a certain stage, this is what I'm going to do. You get the difference?
Yeah.
So that focus in terms of mindset going into business is very, very important, because the investment is not small, right? And you're spending a lot of time, you're spending a lot of effort, you're bringing your parents money, and I'm sure they're also looking from behind, being the backseat drivers and making sure that you don't fail, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of pressure as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you.